It's his Okay, you ready? This time I'd like to call to order the City of Shamokin Special Council Meeting, January 31st, 2022. At this time, I'd like to have a stand and recite the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, we'll take a moment for silent prayer. And I'd ask that we remember Councilwoman Barbara Moyer in our prayers and her family at the loss of her husband, Jeff Brom. Amen. Amen. Roll call.
Mr. Lashinsky,
Here.
Mrs. Ennis,
Here.
Mr. Roten.
Here.
Mrs. Moyer is absent. Mayor Ulrich,
Here.
all present accounted for except Mrs. Moyer. Mayor.
At this time, under new business, we received a letter of interest from Justin Minnick for the position of controller that is currently vacant. At this time, I request a motion to fill the vacant position of city controller.
So move. Second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Was there a moment? Who do you?
It's for, I request that we fill the vacant position of city controller with Justin Minnick.
So move. Second.
Mr. Greco, is that all that is needed for that?
Yes.
Then we don't need to go through the vote procedure?
Oh, no, we would still have to.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. Mr. Lashinsky,
Yes.
Mr. Roten,
Yes.
Mrs. Ennis.
I'm thinking about what I'm doing, but I'm also thinking about something else that needs to be done here this afternoon. Okay, so Joe's okay with it, and Scott's okay. Mrs. Ennis
Yes.
and Mayor Ulrich.
Yes.
Motion carries.
At this time, I'd like-
Congratulations to the.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. At this time, I would like to ask Justin, his wife, and children, if they'd like to join us as we would like to swear you in at this point as our new city controller.
Big time.
Mayor.
Justin.
Mayor, you want to come back here, so whatever pictures are taken,
Oh,
the
right.
city's logo is in there.
Have that.
Will you be okay back there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You okay?
Okay, Mrs. Allen?
Okay, and you need to come over.
You will,
You got
Justin, put your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and repeat after what he tells you, okay? Is everyone ready for the pictures?
it. All set.
Okay, Mayor?
I, Justin J. Minnick,
I, Justin J. Minnick,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
that I will discharge the duties
of my office with fidelity.
of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations.
There we go. That goes to them, Mayor,
All
or to Justin. Okay.
Do you want to get any pictures of the kids up there?
Yeah, do you want to do some of your?
They're all right.
Owen was ready to get up.
That's ready to dive right into that.
You want to?
I would like one, but I don't want to disrupt.
No, you're not disrupting anything. We'll be done in probably a couple minutes.
There we go.
You over here, and then I'll slide back. Yes, it was.
Before you go.
At the request of Councilman Roten, before we go any further, he'd like to have a executive session,
In regards to contractual matters, personnel?
personnel.
Okay. Okay, can we just come back?
Yeah, we can.
Come back here.
So it's, what time do you have? 5:00?
509.
5:09.
You on set?
Okay.
Let's see if I can do this.
You make it there?
Yeah. Something that can be elected. Same doing it, that's not.
Sarah.
Just, thank you.
It's on your mind.
I'm gonna be working with
Thank you.
everybody here right now.
I'll go
this way, be easier.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. I know you're in for government study commission in 2019, although it was a moot point, obviously, but, maybe tell me about yourself, your enjoyments, what's a little bit for the readers. I guess.
Back on.
Yep.
Okay, next on the agenda was a motion we were gonna have, but we are now at this time gonna table it. And we'll take action on it at a later date. At this time, I would ask for the solicitor's report, please.
Yes, I have a resolution that was prepared for a property in Shamokin within the city to permit the Court of Common Pleas of the county to sell it to the SAEDA for nominal consideration. So it's not going to go through the judicial sale.
Where does that property stand? Like what? Is there a lien against that property? Do we own it? Does the county own it?
At this point, it's my understanding while the solicitor is looking at that because of the action the city took in December of 2020, this is a normal routine because the county and the school district had to also join the agreement for properties to be disposed of like this. And we're just doing our part by the form of a resolution. That is what
I
has
didn't
been.
answer my question, Bob.
Okay,
Who owns the property? Let's start with that.
Well, it was in the tax sale. The entity was Baytay LLC, an entity controlled by Georgia Tia,
Okay.
yes.
okay?
We paid to tear it down, correct?
My understanding that what is it, Lerna?
Yeah,
That's the EDA's board.
Yeah, EDA or IDA board.
it went through the upset sale, and the sale was confirmed absolute. This is from Attorney Garrigan. However, Mr. Atia claiming that he has a right to redeem the property because of an alleged defect in how the sale was conducted, which have nothing to do with the city,
Right.
okay? So there's a hearing scheduled at the end of the month, assuming that he cannot get it redeemed. We're just approving the sale for nominal consideration. Normally, we have a right to approve some of these tax sales.
So we didn't tear it down.
No,
It's not
Is
that
this,
I'm,
this is
Okay.
the corner property down there? That's not.
It's on 8th Street.
What was the address?
505 North.
Yes,
Okay,
I believe
I think it might be.
that may be the property.
Is it the one across from Covered Bridge?
I think so.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
second
Yes.
one in.
yeah, the
Like
only
the better
information-
shape.
Sort of.
Better shape one. Okay.
Now it's making more sense. Okay.
So
so
Where-
is that where,
So this is-
right down here where the
From Covered
library,
Bridge.
like
Yeah.
behind Vince's office?
We're-
yeah, on that block coming towards Water Street.
Is that
Yeah.
8th Street?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
so this would, if we do this resolution, are we basically allowing, what is that?
The
The
county
EDA
should sell
to the EDA?
it, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, for nominal consideration.
Right.
Okay, and like, just because I'm new, so I want to ask this question. Why are we voting on this? Is this because the EDA is part of the city of Shamokin under our boards and committees, or how does that
No,
work?
the two entities, the school district, three entities, the school district, the county, and the city all have a right, and you basically have had tax liens against these properties.
Okay.
So then, when these properties come up for sale, we'll get lists, assuming you do, get lists. Ed Greco's buying this property for $200.
Okay,
Do you approve of it or you give up the taxes? So each municipality then approves it. In this case, we're just giving approval for nominal consideration.
To waive the tax.
Yeah,
So on it.
yeah, we're not gonna get any money out of it.
but they're gonna possibly rehabilitate the property.
Correct.
Okay,
That's the goal.
okay,
And that's good for the area down there.
yeah, it comes along nice, that Covered Bridge, you really hit it out of the park down there. It's a nice little spot.
I'm sure those that socialize down there in the warm months will could appreciate or will appreciate when the building is either rehabbed or it's no longer there.
Yeah,
And they don't sit out there drinking some
yeah.
liquids and have to look at the condition of that
We
building.
used it
which
to
has been
lean
sitting
on
there for
earlier
a long
last
time.
year. That's about all it's
You
good
can
for.
decorate it.
Yeah.
Make it look nicer.
Instead of the vines all over the
It's
place.
basically approving the transfer for nominal
Do
consideration.
we need to vote on this?
Yes.
We will, but I'm gonna read the resolution.
Okay.
This would be resolution 22-01. It's a resolution of the city council of the city of Shamokin as one of the 3 taxing bodies for certain real property municipally numbered 505 North 8th Street in the city of Shamokin, County of Northumberland, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Hereinafter property requesting that the private sale of said property to the Shamokin Area Economic Development Authority be approved. Whereas City Council, of the City of Shamokin by ordinance 20-20 adopted December 2nd, 2020, recognize the entirety of the City of Shamokin as a deteriorated area for purposes of adopting an alert ordinance to provide tax relief to property owners who make certain improvements to properties within the City of Shamokin. And whereas the Shamokin Area School District and County of Northumberland thereafter likewise approved the alert ordinance for the entirety of the City of Shamokin, recognizing that property owners making improvements to real property is of greater value to the city, the school district, and the county than the collection, the maximum property taxes for said properties. And whereas it is in the best interest of citizens of the City of Shamokin that deteriorated properties either be improved or demolished to prevent blight. And whereas the City Council and City of Shamokin recognizes the Shamokin Area Economic Development Authority, hereinafter SAEDA, as a body politic which works to prevent blight and improve certain areas, specifically the downtown business district of the City of Shamokin. And whereas pursuant to 72 pertinent statutes 5860.613 and by resolution number 56-21, the Northumberland County Commissioners previously requested that the Northumberland County Tax Claim Bureau, thereafter Bureau, sell the property at private sale. And whereas the City of Shamokin, while recognizing their duty to collect real property taxes, also recognizes the need to prevent blight and bring improvements to the quality of life for the citizens of the city, and that improvements to real property increases the overall tax base of the city. Now therefore be it resolved that the City of Shamokin, by and through its City Council, hereby requests that the Court of Common Pleas in Northumberland County permit the private tax sale of the property to SAEDA as City Council. The City of Shamokin believes that the sale of the property to SAEDA for nominal consideration represents the best interests of the citizens of the City of Shamokin. And that would be adopted by the City Council of the City of Shamokin this 31st day of January 2022, if so moved and approved.
So moved.
Second. This is a roll call, right?
Yes.
Mr. Lashinsky,
Yes.
Mr. Roden,
Yes.
Mrs. Ennis,
Yes.
and Mayor Ulrich.
Yes.
The motion carries. And if you would please, Mayor, don't go anywhere, I need you to sign that, so I can take care of that. And, go ahead, sir.
Okay, at this time, is there any citizens' comment? That's it.
I'm gonna say anything?
Congratulations, Justin.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
At this time, being no further business, we'll adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Thank you, everyone. Just a reminder that the